Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Adirondack Adventures. Today I'm doing a quick update video. The leaves are falling, the seasons are changing. It's been about 4 or 5 months since my previous update. First and foremost, I want to thank all the subscribers. This channel started very whimsically as a storage house of videos that I intend to show to my children and have been showing to my children. And now it's more than 200 videos deep, and there's more than 1,000 subscribers. And I can't believe how many of you actually enjoy these videos. My motto is that you can't fake authenticity, and I go out to canoe trip. My video is just the documentation of that. So sometimes it's not that interesting. And I will always sacrifice entertainment for accuracy. So I want you to learn something. I want you to use my videos to plan your next adventure. I want you to maybe be inspired just to get outside. It's not about a specific location, but it is about being a good steward of the Adirondacks. We need to take care of the Adirondacks because it's amazing. So let's together steward the great Adirondack Park. Secondly, I want to thank everybody who's purchased their own Bungee Yoke. Bungee Yoke, I mentioned, is a game changer for me. I currently use it on 4 different canoes. I use it on an Old Town Pack canoe, a Placid Boatworks Shadow, a Swift Keewaydin 14, and a Hornbeck Nutrix 13. This is the Swift Keewaydin 14 right next to me with Bungee Yoke attached to it. Many of you have figured out how well Bungee Yoke works with your Swift canoes. It works with almost every single Swift canoe except for the combis. As long as you have a front and a rear connection point, Bungee Yoke fits every boat between 26 and 36 inches. Mad River, Winona, Slipstream, Adirondack Canoe Company, you name it, your canoe works with Bungee Yoke. I did get this Swift Keewaydin this year, and I did my first paddle in that boat. I always document my first paddles with all my boats. If you're interested in the Swift line of canoes, take a look at that. I give my honest impression of the boat. This is the carbon layup of the Swift Keewaydin. This is a sweet boat. Bungee Yoke here is attached to the Placid Boatworks Shadow. I just completed my 3rd 90 miler, and I used the version of Bungee Yoke to win first place in the Masters class of the Solo Recreation Boat class. Bungee Yoke is fast and efficient. Take a look at bungeeyoke.com. As I mentioned the 90 miler, you may have seen my tips and tricks for a successful 90 miler video. It's a good place to start if you're unfamiliar with the 90 miler, or if you're switching boat classes or thinking about revamping your strategy. Maybe take a look at that video. I give my honest take of how I think about completing the 90 miler. A successful 90 miler is more about my family and my pit crew and my overall general experience than it is about my performance. But using Bungee Yoke this year, I was able to pull off my 2nd first place finish in the 90 miler. Other than that, I did spend 2 weeks in the Adirondacks, 1 week in Whitney Wilderness, a 2nd week in the St. Regis Canoe Wilderness. I did some out and back trips with my children and my family. They are pretty interesting to say the least. And we did an out and back trip to Fish Pond, and we did an out and back trip from St. Regis Pond to St. Regis Fire Tower. I named that the 10 Carries hike. If you're interested in adventuring with young kids in the Adirondacks, take a look at both of those videos. There's also some additional campsites and Portage videos from St. Regis and from Whitney Wilderness. What should you expect going forward? As the seasons change, expect to see some material associated with that. I've been mentioning doing a video about my layering system, and that is in the pipeline as we speak. Expect to see that in the next month or so. You know, I do a lot of winter hiking, and as the winter season comes, I'm going to be back at the Winter 46. I have to do Seward Range, I have to do Dick's Range, I have some odds and ends that I have to clear up, like Blake, So expect to see some additional content with the Winter 46. Some other content that's in the pipeline. Expect to see some additional stuff coming from Little Tupper Lake. And also, I recently had an awesome camping weekend with some of my college buddies. So expect to see a Long Pond camping weekend with buddies video shortly. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. All the thumbs up you give me, it lets me know exactly which content you appreciate, which content you like to watch. If you watch the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please give it a subscribe. It helps the channel immensely. And stay tuned, everybody, because there's a lot more coming.